Izu Hakone is a vast resort area popular with tourists for its magnificent views of Mount Fuji. Only a short distance from Tokyo, it's also home to one of the best-known onsen hot springs in Japan, with numerous hotels and ryokan inns where guests can experience the finest in Japanese hospitality. The area is surrounded by the sea and mountains and offers exquisite culinary dishes prepared with fresh ingredients. Visitors can encounter traditional arts, world-famous crafts, and a rich historical heritage. Izu Hakone enchants tourists who come from near and afar. Journeying to Izu Hakone this time is Karen, a singer and model in Japan who says she loves being out in nature. She discovers what draws travelers to Izu Hakone.
Welcome to Japan. Hi, my name is Karen and I was born and raised here. What I love about Japan is that it has 4 distinct seasons and it's abundant in nature. Oh, and let's not forget the food and also the people. Japanese people are very kind and very considerate. This time, I would like to introduce you to a highly recommended travel destination in Japan. Let's get going.
First, she'll be visiting Hakone. To get to Hakone from Tokyo, taking a bus is a convenient option. There are no transfers and the trip takes just 2 hours.
We've arrived at our destination, Hakone. Directly in front of me is Lake Asi. It's so gorgeous and uniquely enchanting. It's one of my favorite places. People who are familiar with Japan may know this, but this is also an extremely popular site for viewing Mount Fuji, and crowds of people flock here almost every day. Oh, and I also forgot to mention, I'll be taking pictures along the way to upload to SNS when I get back, and I'll be choosing my favorite shot.
Hakone is visited by 20 million Japanese and foreign tourists every year. The entire town is situated inside a national park, and the lush green natural surroundings and the abundance of hot spring water are among its biggest attractions.
When you come to Hakone, you definitely have to ride this first, the Ninja bus. It started this year and it's been causing quite a buzz. It's actually my first time as well. When you ride it, you can get a sweeping view of the magnificent Hakone region. And as the name Ninja suggests, there's a surprise waiting for you at the end, so stay tuned.
There's something a bit different about the Ninja bus. It was named after a ninja technique of walking on the surface of water called the art of the water spider. So what exactly does that mean?
3, 2, 1, Ninja! Here we're going in the water.
The Ninja bus is amphibious. It can travel across the water like a boat.
Beautiful. Wow. I'm on a bus in the middle of a lake. What more could you ask for? I also noticed this as soon as I got onto the bus, but the perspective you have is actually a lot higher than a typical bus. So I got to see a lot of things that I normally wouldn't be able to, and it was really scenic.
The thrilling splash into the water and the relaxing cruise are sure to delight travelers.
Hakone is a town with quite a long history, and it's depicted in many ukiyo-e prints. To fully experience this historical Japanese townscape, I really recommend getting dressed in a kimono and walking along the streets. Let's go!
At the Tabimonogatari-kan on the shore of Lake Ashi, visitors can rent kimono and staff members will even help dress you. Karen ends up choosing a white-colored kimono.
So what do you think? Do you like my choice? Look at this, the obi is beautiful. I love the mix of the modern pattern and the traditional design. I'm very happy. I feel very Japanese right now.
After immersing herself in the ambiance of traditional Japan, she heads out to explore the history of Hakone. This is a place where one of many seikisho was set up 150 years ago, when Japanese people still had chonmage top knots and wore kimono. Seikisho were checkpoints to check on the identities of people entering towns. The Hakone Seikisho kept watch for people with weapons and criminals and is said to have contributed to the maintenance of peace in Japan. By the way, it's almost time for lunch.
Ooh. Oh, so this is the place I've been hearing so much about. It's become really popular lately because they serve bright red udon noodles.
Red udon is only served in Hakone. It won third place in a food competition in Japan and is a new local specialty.
Wow, amazing. It's red.
It's so red. Itadakimasu.
Looks very spicy. So how's the taste?
Wow. Wow. That's delicious. It's incredible and not spicy at all. I can really taste the depth of the fish stock. Apparently, they've used 6 different types to make this. The color, I believe, is from the layu, which is a chili oil. And they've made this here. It's homemade. It's their specialty. And it tastes absolutely amazing.
At Tabimonogatari-kan, which rents out kimono, visitors can also experience sado, the Japanese tea ceremony.
1, 2, and with a feeling of appreciation, take a sip of the tea.
Let's have some.
Was it good?
It's very good. Thank you.
So we've experienced some of Hakone's culture and history, and it was incredible. And now I'll be taking you deeper into the heart of Hakone.
Hakone is home to a traditional craft born from its wealth of nature. Yosegi zaiku. Yosegi zaiku is a woodworking technique of combining various types of wood and wood grains to create intricate patterns. They are all made by hand, and this craft has a history dating back 200 years. Hamamatsuya is an establishment in Hatajuku and is the birthplace of Hakone Yosegi zaiku. Karen finds something interesting.
Okay, so I'm going to try to solve the secret trick box. The number on the box indicates how many tricks it has, and if you don't open them in the correct order, apparently it won't open. So I'm gonna give it a go. So far I've gotten 2 down.
Did you get it to move?
Hello.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I can't figure it out.
You find places that move bit by bit. Both sides move, and 1, 2, and it also moves horizontally.
I see.
This is the starting surface. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it opens.
Amazing. I never would have figured that out.
How was this designed?
We do that upstairs. Let me show you.
Okay, great.
Excuse me.
Wow.
The second floor is the workshop.
Look at all these different types of wood. I've never seen so many different colors. It's beautiful. They have like purple, yellow, and none of this is painted. It's all natural color.
Yosegi zaiku is made by stacking and gluing several boards of wood together and cutting them in a systematic way to create various pieces like these, for example. They're then combined into a square pattern. Next, thinly cut pieces are put together in the shape of arrows. Then glue is applied, and they're inserted in 4 places.
Wow, that is beautiful.
They're further combined to complete the Yosegi zaiku pattern.
This isn't used like this, it's shaved.
This big planer is used to shave it.
You pull it like this, then you can get this pattern properly without it falling apart.
This is what will actually be used for the product.
It's paper thin. This is as thin as paper.
This is about 0.2 millimeters thick.
Just 0.2 of a millimeter?
It's laid over wood, and that becomes a product.
Interesting.
Now that she understands a bit about how Hakone Yosegi Zaiko works, the proprietor proposes something.
Do you want to try shaving it?
Oh, wow. All right.
All right. Please.
He gives her special permission to shave it.
Apply pressure.
I'm supposed to apply pressure, but I doubt I have
Pull.
the strength that he does. And then I'm supposed to pull? Nothing's happening.
Pull.
Okay, pull.
All right.
Oh, wow. I did it. Sumimasen. I'd say for a first attempt, adequate. I leave you to judge this.
Do you want to try again?
Yes.
One more
okay.
time.
I kind of understand.
I'll hold it down for you. Go
You
ahead.
did make it look very easy. This is extremely difficult. Oh, okay. Let's see. Did I do it? Oh, so close. So close.
They say it's a technique that takes 5 years to master. With its onsen hot springs and wealth of nature, Hakone is said to have been known as a place of rest and relaxation from long ago. It has been loved by famous figures in the political, business, and cultural worlds, and has many high-quality hotels and inns. For her stay, Karen has chosen this place.
When staying in Hakone, I highly recommend this place, the Prince Hakone Lake Ashinoko. It's extremely luxurious and it has a resort-like feeling, and I hear it's very popular with celebrities.
The Prince Hakone Lake Ashinoko stands majestically on the banks of Lake Ashinoko. The design by Togo Murano, a master of modernist architecture, has an unparalleled character and grace, luring travelers into an extraordinary space.
Hello.
Are you checking?
Yes.
Yes, okay. May I have your passport, please? Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
30, so you can choose which one.
Okay, thank you very much.
Beyond the magnificence of nature seen from the balcony, Mount Fuji is also visible on clear days. A truly grand view. Karen has been taking in Hakone from early morning. It's about time to relax in the hotel's spa.
Oh, wow, that smells amazing. What is that smell? その匂いは何ですか?
This is oil with the aroma of ume plum.
So it's plum oil and it has this wonderfully sweet, soft sort of a smell that makes you just feel like melting even further with relaxation. I absolutely love this smell.
Why do you use ume plum? Japan is synonymous with ume plum. It's a plant that's characteristic of Japan, so we use an oil with that aroma.
At night, the Prince Hakone Lake Ashinoko holds a special event.
So cute. We're moving now. Now we're headed towards the top of the mountain. Riding a ropeway in the dark like this is a definite first for me, and it's pretty exciting.
Hakone Soratabi. It's a romantic event to see the nightscape and starry skies from an altitude of 1,356 meters atop Mount Komagatake, near the Prince Hakone Lake Ashinoko.
Okay. Thank you, konbanwa.
She arrives at the summit in less than 10 minutes.
Magnificent. You can see the outline of Lake Ashi. Very faint, dim outline. And in the distance, I believe, is actually Shizuoka, which is the next prefecture over. What's really amazing is it only took around 10 minutes for us to be able to see a beautiful view like this. It's quite incredible.
If the conditions are right, it's possible to see Mount Fuji in the background and the night sky filled with stars. It's now dinner time. On this night, she's chosen the hotel's signature French cuisine.
Thank you. Cheers. Delicious.
The dinner course consists of 6 dishes. It's modern French cuisine prepared with ingredients unique to this resort area.
Oh, thank you. Wow, looks delicious.
This is the hors d'oeuvre, a marinade of greater amberjack with a persimmon fruit sauce.
It's absolutely beautiful. It's delicious. I believe this is a marinated white fish salad with persimmon dressing, which is something I've never tasted before. It's very subtle, light, fruity, very easy on the palate. I love it. Wow. That looks great.
Thank you very much. This is the main dish of stewed veal in cream sauce and foie gras.
Itadakimasu, as they say in Japanese. Extremely creamy. I love the creaminess of this. And the veal itself, it has a very pleasant, subtle taste. Nothing too aggressive. It's all about the simplicity of the meal, but the subtlety of the food. And that's what I love about Japanese and French cooking. Creamy, melts in your mouth. Fantastic. And it goes perfectly with wine. So, cheers to a fantastic dinner, fantastic night. I'm very happy. I slept really well last night and I woke up this morning feeling refreshed. Today, I'll be taking you to Izu. I think we can enjoy a very different atmosphere than what we found here in Hakone. And I've made reservations somewhere very special, so let's go.
On the way from Hakone to Izu, there's a spot with a spectacular view of Mount Fuji. A recommended stopover is the Jukkoku Pass. A cable car takes you to the top. You get a 360-degree panoramic view, and there's also a good chance of seeing Mount Fuji in all its glory. Karen transfers to the Izu Hakone Railway Sunzu Line and continues toward her destination.
In Japan, railway networks are well developed, even outside of urban areas. And I just love local trains like this.
The Izu Hakone Railway is a local line that's affectionately referred to as Izupako by local residents. This area is also famous as a spot to take pictures of trains with Mount Fuji in the background and is bustling with shutterbugs on weekends. She gets off at Izu Nagaoka Station. Izu Nagaoka sits at the center of the Izu Peninsula, which is surrounded by water on all 3 sides. With its mild climate, the town is abounding in nature, with fruits harvested year-round.
So good, so fresh.
It's also famous as a resort with high-quality hot spring water. Izu Nagaoka is also known as a town of geisha. Geisha are traditional female entertainers who sing, dance, and play a musical instrument called shamisen for guests at banquets. The art has a long history in Izu Nagaoka, and the geisha here are striving to preserve this tradition.
I am now heading to the place I will be staying tonight. This is not your average hotel. This is the ultimate Japanese experience. The hotel was designed in the traditional style of Japanese homes. It will be my first time staying here, and I can't wait. I'm checking in early to show you around the place.
This is where she'll be staying in Izu Nagaoka. Sanyo-so, a traditional ryokan inn standing inside a vast 140,000 square meter Japanese garden. The main building, which retains vestiges of traditional Japanese architecture, is designated an important cultural property. The new building was designed by world-renowned architect Togo Murnano in a traditional Japanese Sukiya style. And the garden, colored by nature of the four seasons, was designed by a master gardener from Kyoto. Sanyo-so is a renowned ryokan inn where guests can fully experience the essence of traditional Japan.
It's built with materials that you can't get nowadays. Even the windows use distorted glass, which very few places use now. And the beams, it's said they're about 1,000 years old. We want to preserve these culturally important structures and hope more people from abroad will come to see their beauty.
Looking out on these autumn leaves and this beautiful Japanese landscape, all from the comfort of this traditional hot spring, is such a unique and divine way to unwind. I can't imagine a better experience.
Dinner is traditional Japanese Kaiseki cuisine. On the table are exquisite dishes prepared with ingredients unique to Izu Nagaoka, an area blessed with the bounty of the sea and mountains.
It's the peak season for matsutake mushrooms, so please enjoy them steamed in an earthenware teapot.
Oh, I wish you could smell that. So this is a Japanese mushroom called matsutake, and it's definitely a specialty here. I'm very excited, and it smells absolutely fantastic. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Absolutely amazing. Just sensory overload. That's all I can say. Sensory overload.
Surrounded by the sea on all three sides, Izu is a treasure trove of seafood. The wasabi is also a local specialty. Everything is exceptionally fresh.
So the smell is unlike any other wasabi you've ever tasted before. It's very, very strong. So I'm going to have a little bit of this freshly grated wasabi and put it on the seasonal, I believe this is red snapper. I like spicy things, see. Oh. I feel the wasabi. Tastes so good. That red snapper is the freshest red snapper that I think I've ever had.
Excuse me? Good evening. Welcome.
At Sanyoso, the geisha performers can be called to the rooms, where guests can get an up-close experience of traditional Japanese performing arts culture, such as dance and shamisen playing.
Amazing! ありがとうございました。It's beautiful. This trip has been absolutely incredible. I've been able to experience so much of authentic Japan during my time here, staying in gorgeous hotels, seeing some breathtakingly beautiful views, and the people that I've encountered along the way have only made my trip all the more enjoyable. All in all, I couldn't have wished for a better experience. It's a memory that I will cherish for life. And the best shot of my trip has to be this one. What do you all think? I feel that it truly encapsulates the essence of Japan.
Convenient to reach and just a short trip from Tokyo, Izu Hakone offers a host of attractions. Why not head out there sometime?